Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and put your hands together for our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Datuk Patigi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Sahari Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem Negaraku and Sarawak state anthem Ibu Pertiwiku. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please kindly be seated and thank you very much. applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful, welcoming performance that showcases the beauty of Sarawak's culture, emphasizing unity and togetherness among its people, a vibrant celebration of the region's rich cultural heritage and harmonious diversity. Thank you very much. A big round of applause one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for the performers from Sarawak Cultural Village. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Sarawak maju makmur, salam segulai sejalai. Our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Datuk Patigi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. The Honorable Datuk Sri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak, and Minister for Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, Sarawak. The Honorable Dato' Amar Haji Muhammad Abu Bakar bin Marzuki, Sarawak State Secretary. His Excellency Alejandro Roseli Londodo, the Ambassador of the Republic of Colombia. The Honorable Dato' Dr. Haji Hazlan bin Abang Haji Hipni, Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability, Sarawak. The Honorable Deputy Ministers, distinguished guests, Mr. Jamie Balderston, EVP Asia, Chief Marketing and Conferences Officer of Argus Media and the organizer of the Asia Carbon Conference 2025, heads of department and agency, speakers, delegates, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, amazing to have all of you joining us here at the official launching ceremony of the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. A big round of applause, please. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, so as to pray for blessings for today's ceremony, first thing first, it is now with great pleasure to invite Al-Fadhil Ustaz Haji Muhammad Ehsan bin Haji Hadzir, the Deputy Grand Imam of Sarawak, to recite the doa. Falyatafaddal mashkura, dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Hamda syakirin, hamdal hamidin. Hamdan yuwafi ni'amahu wa yukafi'u mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhikal karim wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Allahumma ya Allah, the most gracious and the most benevolent, on this glorious afternoon, and with the greatest of gratitude, we raise our hands seeking your blessings upon this official launching ceremony of Asia Carbon Conference 2025, which will be officiated by the Right Honorable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Allahumma ya Allah, ya Fattah, ya Alim, ya Allah, please grace this occasion with your blessings and mercy. May we achieve all its noble aims and objectives. Bless all the guests, delegates, participants, and those who are here with us with tranquility, joy, and happiness. With all the useful knowledge, valuable experience, and precious outcomes that we may gain from this occasion, please grant upon us the strength to benefit thereof, Ya Allah, for the enhancement of our community and nation. Allahumma ya Allah ya dhal jalali wal ikram, bless our state, our nation, our leaders, and our people with peace, harmony, and prosperity. Grant us the ability to work together in unity and wisdom, ensuring that our collective efforts bring forth a future that is just, progressive, and filled with your divine guidance. With humility and sincerity, we place our trust in you, Ya Allah. Accept our prayers, forgive our shortcomings, and grant us success in this world and the hereafter. Allahumma bika nasta'in wa alayka natawakkal wa anta rabbul arshil azim. Irhamna ya Rabbana fa innaka anta arhamur rahimin. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallahu khairan kathira. Thank you very much to Al-Fadil Ustaz Haji Muhammad Ihsan bin Haji Hadzir, the Deputy Grand Imam of Sarawak. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again a vibrant and warm welcome to the Asia Carbon Conference 2025 right here in the City of Unity, Kuching. Well, Kuching is not just a place, it's a treasure trove of culture, nature, and innovation, a city unlike any other where the spirit of sustainability thrives. And we're also absolutely thrilled to have you join us from all corners of the globe for this exciting event. And indeed, we are very fortunate to have the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak as our guest of honor this afternoon. Thank you, sir. Your leadership and vision have been instrumental in paving the way for our efforts, and we are truly grateful for your continued support. A big round of applause for our guest of honor, please. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now it is with great pleasure to invite a key figure behind this remarkable event on stage to present his welcoming speech. So please join me in welcoming Mr. J.B. Balderston, the Executive Vice President for Asia and Chief Marketing and Conferences Chair at Argus Media, the driving force behind the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. Please, dipersilakan.
Very good afternoon and welcome to our distinguished guests and attendees from around the world. It is with the utmost respect and appreciation that we extend our warm welcome to Your Excellency, the Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Suhari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Your presence here today is a testament to your enduring commitment to the environmental stewardship. Under your guidance, Sarawak has made remarkable strides in balancing economic growth with ecological responsibility, most notably through initiatives in renewable energy, forestry conservation, and carbon trading frameworks. As we continue to address urgent challenges of climate change, carbon emissions, and environmental resilience, we're deeply honoured to be joined by a leader whose policies and principles resonate so deeply with the ethos of this conference. I look forward to witnessing Sarawak's growth over the next decade as a key region of sustainability and energy security. So thank you again for joining us today. We're truly honoured to have you here. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Thank you very much to Mr. Jamie Balderston, EVP Asia, Chief Marketing and Conferences Officer of Argus Media and the organizer of the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we look ahead, it's important to remember that each one of us play an integral role in shaping the future of carbon markets and sustainability in Asia, particularly here in Sarawak. And ACC is indeed a great platform to connect, to share, and to innovate together. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is with distinct honor to introduce a very special guest who has been a champion for environmental sustainability in our region. So please join me in welcoming the Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg Premier of Sarawak to present his keynote address. Untuk itu dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak.
kasih Puan Pengacara Majlis. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat tengah hari. A very good afternoon. Salam sejahtera, salam Sarawak maju dan makmur. Yang berhormat Saudara Datuk Seri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak. The Honourable Dato' Amar Haji Muhammad Abu Bakar, State Secretary. His Excellency Alejandro Roselli Lodono, I hope I pronounce your name correctly, Excellency. Ambassador of the Republic of Colombia. Yang berhormat Datuk Dr. Haji Hazlan bin Abang Haji Hipni, Timbalan Menteri, Deputy Minister for Energy and Environmental Sustainability Sarawak. Yang berhormat Timbalan Menteri, yang berhormat Dep Jemputan, Mr. Jami Baldesten, EVP Asia, Chief Marketing and Conferences Officer Angus Media, and organizer of this carbon conference, distinguished participant, our guests from overseas, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a profound honor and a true privilege to return to the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. I am delighted to stand before such a distinguished gathering of leaders, experts, and change makers, united by a shared commitment to shaping the future of climate action and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, the urgency of climate action is an increasing need, and its impact is no longer a distant projection, but a tangible reality that touches every corner of our planet, and of course, including us in Borneo. We gather today at the edge of a great transition. The world is moving fast towards a new era shaped by three powerful forces. First, we are witnessing the growing emergence of powerful and proactive alliances among developed nations, and the leading example of us in ASEAN, where regional cooperation is translating shared aspiration into collective action on the global stage. Second, the transformation of energy systems, where electrons are replacing emissions and nations are racing towards renewables. Third, the rise of artificial intelligence, connecting minds, data, and decisions at a speed we could not have imagined just a few years ago. These convergent forces are not only reshaping markets or policies, but they are also redefining the boundaries of what is possible. It is precisely this understanding that drives Sarawak's proactive and pioneering efforts in climate action and commitment to a sustainable future. Over the past 2 years, Sarawak has not merely spoken of sustainability, we have acted on the question of sustainability. We have translated our vision into visible progress that demonstrate what is possible when ambition, robust policy, and sustained dedication come together. Allow me to share some of the significant milestones we have achieved. Firstly, in the realm of renewable energy, Sarawak has proudly emerged as the battery of ASEAN. This is a strategic pillar of our economic transformation. I am thrilled to announce that we have surpassed our 2030 target of 60% renewables for installed power capacity ahead of schedule. Hydropower, our abundant natural resource, now contributes a staggering 70% of our total energy generation mix. This monumental shift away from fossil fuels has yielded a remarkable 72% reduction in our grid carbon emission between 2010 and 2023. This represents cleaner air, a healthier environment, and a stronger foundation for our future. Our initiatives extend far beyond hydropower. We are aggressively exploring the hydrogen economy, developing a 50 megawatt floating solar project, implementing crucial mini hydro initiative to electrify our rural areas, and actively promoting the adoption of electric vehicles, even hydrogen vehicles, across the state. We are scaling up green hydrogen production, forging deep and meaningful collaborations with leading nations like Japan, South Korea, and China to strengthen our supply chain, cutting energy costs, and cement our leadership in the Asia-Pacific green hydrogen market. This is about creating new industries, new jobs, and a new economic paradigm for Sarawak. And let me add, the Sarawak Methanol Complex by Sarawak Petchem, launched in July 2024, is already driving industrial growth, with its first methanol shipment exported to China, another step towards a greener energy future. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Sarawak is rapidly establishing itself as a regional leader in carbon capture, utilization, and storage, CCUS, positioning the state as a key hub for low-carbon innovation in Southeast Asia. Sarawak has committed to developing 4 carbon storage sites by 2030, with Petroleum Sarawak Berhad Petros appointed as the resource manager for CCUS initiatives. In February 2025, Petros signed a storage site agreement with Petronas and Japanese consortium partners for the M3 depleted field offshore Sarawak. Subsequently, in July 2024, Sarawak launched a bid round offering 3 carbon storage sites with an estimated total capacity of 1,000 million tons of CO2. In a major step forward, Sarawak proudly stands as the first state in Malaysia to integrate biodiversity policies and action plans into its core development strategies. This integration reflects our commitment to ensure that biodiversity protection is not an afterthought, but a fundamental part of our planning and governance frameworks. As part of our transformation towards green growth, Sarawak is prioritizing sustainable forest management with a focus on certification, biodiversity restoration, and digitalization of operations. This strategic approach will empower Sarawak to effectively conserve and protect our natural capital for our future generations. Our biodiversity master plan will guide how we conserve habitats, protect species, and support indigenous knowledge system, all while enabling sustainable livelihoods. This is yet an example of how we are aligning our environmental values with real-world implementation. An example of how we are integrating biodiversity conservation and green economy, Sarawak is actively reviewing its existing legal provisions to facilitate the conversion of palm oil waste into biofuel. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in carbon management and policy, Sarawak has established a progressive and robust legal framework. We understand that a well-defined regulatory landscape is the bedrock of any successful carbon market. Most significantly, the Environment Reduction of Greenhouse Gases Emission Ordinance 2023, which came into force on 1st March 2024, marks a significant turning point in Sarawak's climate governance. This landmark legislation mandates GHG emission reporting for scheduled economic sectors, empowering the state to regulate and progressively reduce emissions, placing Sarawak firmly on a clear trajectory towards net zero carbon emission by 2050. The ordinance requires key industries to report emissions annually, curb flaring and venting, and paves the way for carbon levies and verified carbon trading. By working with global standards bodies like Vera, Sarawak is building a credible, high-integrity carbon market for both local and international participation. At the recent National Climate Change Action Council, Sarawak reaffirmed the importance of harmonizing federal and state approaches to climate governance. As the National Climate Change Bill is being drafted to regulate national climate action, carbon markets, and the MRV system, Sarawak strongly emphasized that its implementation must consider the state legislative framework and constitutional rights. We look forward to the continued cooperation and support of all stakeholders and businesses as we work together to fulfill this vital commitment and secure a sustainable future for Sarawak. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, these achievements, reached in just 2 short years, are more than numbers. They reflect Sarawak's deep commitment and clear ability to innovate and deliver. But our journey is far from over. In fact, it is only just beginning. This transformative journey is underpinned by the Sarawak Net Zero Strategy and Carbon Plan. It will be a strategic guide driving our ambition to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. The Sarawak Net Zero Strategy outlines our overarching vision and the strategic pathways we will pursue to decarbonize key emitting sectors. It forms a guide for our journey to decouple economic growth from emissions, setting ambitious yet realistic emission reduction targets for each sector, ensuring accountability and a clear path forward. I am pleased to announce that, building upon our existing policy and regulatory setting, we are finalizing our carbon plan aimed at facilitating carbon market investment in Sarawak. The carbon plan is pivotal to offer a detailed implementation framework designed to catalyze carbon trading and foster a vibrant carbon market. Central to the carbon plan is its focus on establishing a well-regulated and investor-friendly carbon market that balances supply and demand, thereby incentivizing emissions reduction and attracting green investments to Sarawak. Continuing our commitment, Sarawak remains at the forefront of strengthening forest carbon initiative through innovative nature-based solutions. To date, Sarawak has issued 7 permits related to forestry carbon studies and granted 1 license for nature-based project. Furthermore, 6 permits are being processed. Furthermore, we are actively reviewing the statutory fee structure for carbon projects to enhance investor interest and improve investability, ensuring that Sarawak remains an attractive destination for carbon market investments. From the supply perspective, Sarawak is in the process of finalizing its carbon levy framework, leveraging technical expertise from the World Bank to accurately price carbon emissions and encourage responsible environmental practices. In this context, we also acknowledge the vital progress made at the global level. The recent agreement on key rules for credible climate project crediting under the UN carbon market, that is the Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, is a significant step forward. The adoption of standards for baseline methodologies and leakage accounting will enhance the integrity and credibility of carbon credits on a global scale. This is precisely the kind of international framework that will bolster Sarawak's effort and allow us to participate more effectively in the global carbon market, attracting investment and facilitating the transfer of mitigation outcomes. Sarawak is committed to aligning our carbon activities with these international standards, ensuring that our contribution to global climate actions are transparent and verifiable. Looking ahead, I am proud to affirm that by 2027, Sarawak pledges to publish a comprehensive GSG inventory report to track our emissions against our carbon budget. Ladies and gentlemen, today, with immense pride and a deep sense of responsibility, I am incredibly honored to officially launch the first ever Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint 2030, a pioneering effort by any state in Malaysia. This comprehensive document, meticulously crafted and recently finalized by our Ministry of Energy and Environmental Sustainability, serves as our strategic roadmap for Sarawak's profound transition to a green economy. The Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint is a meticulously planned pathway built upon 10 strategic thrusts, 48 detailed strategies, and 111 actionable plans. The Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint 2030 encompasses every facet of our sustainability agenda designed to integrate green principles into the very fabric of our society and economy. It outlines Sarawak's commitment to accelerating the renewable energy transition, advancing carbon capture and storage, enhancing forest and land conservation, promoting green industries and investments, building sustainable cities through circular economy practices, and developing a future-ready workforce through education, skills, and research. Ladies and gentlemen, as Malaysia consumes the ASEAN Chairmanship this year, 2025, with the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability, Sarawak stands ready to contribute significantly to the nation's regional leadership in advancing the green economy agenda. Our advanced renewable energy capacity, pioneering carbon management frameworks, and leadership in CCUS position Sarawak as a crucial partner in demonstrating how ASEAN can achieve sustainable growth and address climate change collaboratively. Sarawak is open for business, and more importantly, Sarawak is open for collaboration. We extend a sincere invitation to partners, investors, innovators, and like-minded nations to join us on this exciting and vital journey. Together, Sarawak aspires to be an iconic leader in unlocking the immense potential of a green economy, creating a truly sustainable future, and demonstrating to the world that economic progress, climate action, and environmental stewardship can and indeed must go hand in hand. This is not just Sarawak's carbon journey. This is our contribution to the planet and our future generation. And our message is simple. Sarawak is ready. Thank you very much.
A big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We now invite our guest of honor to please remain on stage. And also may we invite all the distinguished guests at the front row to join our guest of honor on stage for us to move on to the symbolic launch of the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. Persilakan, please, everyone, to join. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on a traditional launching ritual, as you can see on the stage right now, we bring you a gong. Well, that's simply to signify a call to action or a moment of reflection to create a sense of continuity and community at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor will strike the gong 3 times, yeah, to officiate this exciting conference of Asia Carbon, together with all the distinguished guests that we have right now on stage. All right, so are you ready, sir? Okay, very good. So, dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan. have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. Officially launched, brought to you by Argus Media in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy and Environmental Sustainability, Sarawak. All right now, ladies and gentlemen, as been mentioned by the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak, today is a defining moment for Sarawak as we unveil the Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint 2030, a strategic roadmap developed since 2024 to lead our transition into a green economy. Well, this is definitely our call to lead, to turn vision into action, to prove that a greener, fairer, more resilient future is not only possible, but achievable. And now we are proud to share this vision with the world. This is the Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint 2030. Let's all watch.
Sarawak is boldly moving towards a resilient, inclusive future with the launch of Sustainability Blueprint targeting 10 gigawatts at 60% renewable energy capacity, net zero emissions and high income, low carbon economy. The Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint outlines 10 key strategies for a greener, inclusive future. These include shifting to clean energy, modernizing sustainable farming, promoting low-emission transport, reducing waste through a circular economy, and encouraging energy-efficient manufacturing. It also focuses on cleaner mining, protecting natural ecosystems, building green cities, improving social equity, and developing community-driven tourism. By strong policies and regulations, financial support, digitalization, technology, human capacity and capability, and strategic partnerships. The Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint aims to drive green growth, protect the environment, and build a healthy, inclusive community that improves livelihoods and reduces inequality across Sarawak. Join us on this journey to shape a greener economy, protect what matters, and build a future where every Sarawakian thrives. The Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint is a living, evolving guide driving bold action, ensuring accountability, uniting us toward a stronger, more sustainable Sarawak.
And now the moment we've been waiting for. May we invite the Honourable Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability, Sarawak, to present the Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak. It is a symbolic launch and introduction of Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, anchored under the environmental sustainability pillar of the post-COVID-19 development strategy 2030. The blueprint reflects a year of collaboration, science-based planning, and commitment to long-term impact. It outlines a balanced vision of growth, environmental care, and community well-being. With 10 strategic thrusts and 5 key enablers, it charts a clear path toward a sustainable and resilient future. Another big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations on the launch of the Sarawak Sustainability Blueprint 2030. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as a gesture of appreciation to our guest of honor, may we invite Mr. J.B. Balderson as the organizer of ACC 2025 to present this special memento to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak. Well, it is a photo frame of our guest of honor during the launching ceremony of ACC 2 years back in 2023 here in Kuching City. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, everyone on stage. It is indeed our highest appreciation and gratitude to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak. Another big round of applause, please, for our guest of honor. And that concludes the launch ceremony of the Asia Carbon Conference 2025. Once again, we extend our heartfelt thanks to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak, a very special leader who has been a pillar of support for this event and for the sustainability movement in Sarawak.